Happy Friday, everybody. I just wanted to do a quick tech update since we didn't have time on the live stream yesterday. So the first thing we're going to go into is crypto stealing scam targets Web3 workers with fake meeting apps. We've heard this before, but I just want to remind everybody. But Web3 workers are being targeted by a campaign that uses fake meeting apps to inject malware and steal credentials to websites, apps, and crypto wallets. Cardo Security Lab warned. Scammers are using artificial intelligence to generate and fill out websites and social media accounts to appear as legitimate companies before contacting potential targets to prompt them to download a meeting app. Cardo's threat research lead Tara Gould wrote in December 6th report. The app is called Me10, Meeten, but it's currently going by the name of Medio and regularly changes names. In the past, it has been used by Clucy.com, QC, okay, the list kind of goes on and on. The app contains the realist info stealer, and once downloaded, it will hunt for sensitive items such as Telegram logins, banking card details, and information on crypto wallets and send them back to the attackers. So be careful what you download and install, and make sure that there's actually a legitimate company that you're interviewing with. So Cardano Foundation X account hacked. Scam linked, posted, then removed. I kind of think this is funny because, Charles Hotchkiss seems to be full of himself sometimes, and even he can get hacked. Cardano founder Charles Hotchkiss confirmed the hack in a social media post, but not before fraudulent ADA Sol token generated about $500,000 in trading volume and rapidly crashed by 99%. So make sure you have 2FA. They didn't say exactly how it was hacked, but, well. FBI spots Hiatus RAT malware attacks targeting web cameras and DVRs. Like I've said before, if you have older equipment, maybe it's time to upgrade it. I actually just got off the phone with a client. He's like, George, I have something from 2019. And I'm like, yes, and I know your portfolio. It's time you upgrade. But the FBI warned today that a new Hiatus RAT malware attacks are now scanning for and infecting vulnerable web cameras and DVRs that are exposed online. As private industry notification or PIN posted on Monday explains, the attacks focus their attacks on Chinese branded devices that are still waiting for security patches or have already reached an end of life. So when you buy a piece of hardware, make sure you get it from a reputable manufacturer or brand so that they actually will keep things up to date and patch things along the way. Their attack targets web cameras and DVRs with port 2326554. The list kind of goes on. TCP ports exposed to the internet. The FBI advised network defenders to limit the use of these devices mentioned in today's PIN and or isolate them from the rest of their network to block breached lateral movement attempts following successful Hiatus RAT malware attacks. It also urged system administrators and cybersecurity professionals to send suspected indications of compromised, or IOC, to the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center or their local FBI field office. One of the things that I've done is any of these Internet of Things, these devices that could be vulnerable, they are on their own network in my house, so that if something is exposed, they can just stay within their network and not expose my my laptops, my phone, other things like that. And that is the way to do it when you're not sure exactly what the device is doing or if it's being patched. Phishing scammers spoof Ledger's email to send bogus data breach notice. Ledger users have reported that phishing scams and spoofing the crypto hardware wallets providers support email in a bid to trick users into revealing their wallet keys. The bogus email claims Ledger suffered a recent data breach and encourages recipients to verify their private seed phrase under the guise of needing to safeguard their assets. Come on, if I ask for your 24 words, if anybody asks for your 24 words, say, Heck no. They're all locked up. I don't know what they are. Safeguard their assets, according to screenshots shared on X on December 17th Bleeping Computer report. The email appears to be from Ledger's legitimate support email, but Bleeping Computer reports it was actually sent through an email marketing platform. So you have to be careful what you're and who you're sharing that information with. So let's get into crypto news. Microsoft shareholders vote no on Bitcoin Reserve. The National Center for Public Policy Research, or NCPPR, a pro-free market think tank based in Washington, D.C., has proposed the resolution framing it as corporate duty to provide value to shareholders through profit diversification. Well, Microsoft said no. I was hoping they would say yes, but Fidelity, I guess, owns a big part of Microsoft, and they probably put the kibosh on it. So Dogecoin flaw exploited by hacker crashes 69% of the nodes. A hacker exploited the critical vulnerability in the Dogecoin network, causing 69% of the nodes to crash. On December 12th, Andreas Cole claimed that he had crashed 69% of the Dogecoin network. Cole said he used an old laptop in El Salvador to execute it. Data from BlockShare indicated that Dogecoin had 647 active nodes before the vulnerability was exploited. In the time of writing, Dogecoin had 315 active nodes. So you just have to be aware that we don't know what we don't know. Keep your coins to yourself. This didn't, cause a huge, complete outage, but just know that there are vulnerabilities that we don't know about. Alabama should establish Bitcoin reserves, says state auditor. Alabama state auditor Andrew Sorrell expressed support for creating a state Bitcoin reserve during an interview with a local publication. Sorrell is former state legislature and longtime supporter of cryptocurrency. He told 1819 News that embracing cryptocurrency would attract business to the state and enhance the stability of the state's finances. Crypto is here to stay, Sorrell said, and the fight for which states will benefit from it has begun. I agree, and this is why I continue to bring story after story on who's adopting it, who is putting it in their treasury, because it's becoming mainstream, and it's great to see for how long we've all been in it. It's good to see that other people are figuring out why crypto is so important. Backdoor slipped into popular code library, drains $155,000 from digital wallets. Solscan.io, one of the several sites that track transactions involved in the Solana blockchain, indicated that wallet addresses that backdoor codes sent stolen cryptocurrency to collected roughly 674.8 Sol, a unit of Solana currency. At the current price, that translates to about $155,000. In social media posts, one person claimed to have lost $20,000 in the hack, and another reported losing an undisclosed amount of digital coins. Socket, a security firm that helped detect supply chain attacks, said the backdoor is believed to be the result of social engineering phishing attacks targeting maintainers of the official Web3.js open source library maintained by Solana. That is kind of scary that they would be able to do the main wallet. It is also one reason why put everything on a ledger or a trezor, and you should not suffer such exploits. But let's be careful. So early Bitcoin investor jailed for falsely reporting crypto gains in $4 million BTC sale. Guest post. Okay, Bitcoin investor from Texas has become the first person to be imprisoned for failing to disclose crypto gains. The individual in question was sentenced to 2 years in jail today for filing a tax return that falsely underreported his capital gains from selling $3.7 million in Bitcoin. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, DOJ, Frank Richard, a Texas-based Bitcoin investor falsely underreported the realized capital gain gained by selling Bitcoin worth $3.7 million from 2017 to 2019. In a report released on December 12th, the Department of Justice stated all taxpayers are required to report any sale proceeds, gains, and losses from the sale of cryptocurrency such as Bitcoin on a tax return. Algorand submitted a fake summary of his gains and losses from the sale of his crypto to his accountant when it was time to prepare his 2017 federal income tax return. In order to conceal the full extent of his gains, Algorand claimed that he had purchased the Bitcoins at prices significantly higher than those he actually paid for. Well, I wouldn't do that. Technology news. OpenAI apologizes for outage after Apple update combines Siri and ChatGPT. OpenAI issued an apology to its 200 million active users as ChatGPT experienced a network outage shortly after the AI chatbot was integrated into Apple's latest software update. We're experiencing an outage right now. We have identified the issue and we are working to roll out a fix, OpenAI confirmed in a December 12th post. ChatGPT was back online in Australia at the time of the publication. The incident occurred the same day ChatGPT was integrated into the latest version of Apple's virtual assistant Siri on Apple iPads, iPhones, and Macs. While OpenAI didn't disclose the root cause of the issue, it told Cointelegraph a configuration change unexpectedly caused many of our servers to become unavailable, resulting in a temporary interruption of the service and the product. So, here we have it. OpenAI did say they were having some issues, and I didn't experience it, but maybe you did. LastPass threat actor steals $5.4 million from victims just a week before Christmas. The notorious LastPass hackers may have just ruined Christmas for another 40 victims by stealing $5.36 million from LastPass users just 8 days before the holiday. LastPass fell victim to a data breach in December 2022 when the hackers were able to copy a backup of customers' vault data from encrypted storage. As of September, more than $35 million worth of crypto has been stolen, but factoring in the $5.3 million and the $4.4 million incident from October 25 would bring the figure closer to $45 million. As I've said time and time again, never ever put your 24 words in a digital format, especially on a LastPass. I have a lot in my LastPass. I have my passport and other things, but my passport can be exposed, but it wouldn't steal all my cash. So, as I said before, if you've ever put your 24 words into LastPass or 1Password or anything digital, I would consider it compromised and I would get a new ledger or a Trezor and move everything over. So, new phone scanner that detects spyware has already found 7 Pegasus infections. Tuesday, the mobile device security firm iVerify is publishing findings from a spyware detection feature it launched in May. Of 2,500 device scans that the company's customers elected to submit for inspection, 7 revealed infections by the notorious NSO group malware known as Pegasus. The company's mobile threat hunting feature, also a combination of malware signatures based on detection, heuristics, and machine learning, to look for anomalies in iOS and Android devices actively or telltale signs of spyware infections. For paying iVerify customers, the tool regularly checks devices for potential compromise. But the company also offers a free version for its feature for anyone who downloads the iVerify Basic for $1. These users can walk through the steps to generate and send specific diagnostics utility file to iVerify and receive analytics within hours. Free users can use the tool once a month. iVerify infrastructure is built to be privacy preserving, but not run the mobile threat hunting features. Users must enter an email address so the company has a way to contact them if the scan turns up spyware, as it did in 7 recent Pegasus discoveries. I read this article and I said to myself, well, for $1, I'm willing to use it, download it. Fortunately, I don't have anything running on my iPhone that I'm aware of or that they're aware of, but I just thought I'd throw this out there. If you feel like you might have been exposed, I think it's a good idea to have it checked. As we've reported before, Pegasus has a long history and, it has morphed over time and there's lawsuits against Pegasus. But Pegasus lied to the general public and said, no, we don't do the work. We sell the software and governments do the work. Well, just about a month or two ago, there was a report that came out. This was testimony from a NSO group employee that said, actually, NSO group, they run a lot of the software. Their employees do it, and it's done on behalf of state actors or their customers. So that's all I have. Everybody, have a great rest of the year, and I will see you in 2025. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day.